It's currently Saturday the 27th of May and I've officially finished my first year of university. So obviously my university is finished like a month before school usually finishes, so I have like an extra month of summer, and obviously that just gives me more time to read. So I've compiled a reading list, summer reading list of all the books I want to read this summer, and I'm just making this video so I can kind of check back and make sure I kind of cross everyone off my list, because I'm very excited to just read all of the books. So the first two books that I want to read this summer are The Trials of Apollo, The Dark Prophecy, and Magnus Chase and the Hammer. They're both by Rick Riordan, and I've spoken so much about Rick Riordan on this channel. They're just such great, engaging, fast-paced adventures, and it's just so easy to get lost in, and they're just perfect for like any time of the year, but especially summer when you just want something like exciting and fun. Next up, a slightly darker read, but one that I really wanted to get to for ages, is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, and it follows a black teenager and she's the only person to witness the shooting of her best friend by a police officer, and it's about how that kind of affects, I guess, her life and her community, and the kind of way that the justice system kind of deals with it. And I think it just sounds like a really important read, and it's been getting really good reviews, and it's one that I've wanted to read for a while, so I want to finally get to it this summer. Next up, I want to read Finding Audrey and the Manifesto on How to Be Interesting by Holly Bourne, and I got these last year at YALC, which is a like book convention thing in the summer, so I'm realising it's been like a year I've had these and I haven't read them, so I feel kind of bad about that, so I'm just bumping them on the list because I feel bad about not reading them. And also both of them are quite kind of contemporary summer reads, just about like people and friendships, and I'm looking forward to both of them. Next up, I want to read Kill the Boy Band. I've wanted to read this for so long. It's like a look at fandom culture, obviously in specific reference to boy bands, and you know, I've said this before, but I was a One Direction fan like for 3 years, and I can now look back on it with kind of like fondness and also kind of poking fun at myself a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to reading this because I think it takes the kind of dark humorous stance on it, and I'm very excited. It looks really good, and I've heard it's really funny as well. Next up, I want to read American Gods by Neil Gaiman, and look how huge this is, I swear. But the TV show has just come out on Amazon Prime, and it's been getting amazing reviews, and the clips that I've seen have looked really good, and I just want to read the book first. Next up, I want to read Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, and this is also by Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson and Robin Wasserman, and basically, obviously, I'm a fan of the Shadowhunter series, and I want to read this because I know that there's a character in this that has kind of a background in this. Trying not to be spoilery, but basically I love Cassandra Clare's writing. It's similar in the fact that I want to read Rick Riordan stuff because you can just get lost in this world so easily. It's populated with characters that I love, and humour and adventure, and also like beautiful writing, and I'm just really excited to read these. Next up, I want to read Lorelei by Laura Dockrill, and this again has been on my shelf for ages, so I really want to read this, and this is the perfect time because it's about a mermaid, so very kind of like summery, but I think it's kind of with a twist. It's not like happy, sunshiny, let's frolic in the sea mermaids. I think there's kind of like a dark twist or undertone. I want to read The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks. Again, I've had this for ages, but it's about like this kind of sassy teenage girl who gets expelled or suspended from her boarding school, and I think it's just quite a fun kind of read, I guess, and also like I think it touches on quite kind of serious issues towards like feminism and stuff, but I'm really excited to read this. I think it will have hopefully like a kind of Centrinians feel to it, but also like have those moments of kind of seriousness, which I'm looking forward to. I also want to read Beautiful Broken Things. Again, I've had this for ages. There's a theme going on here, but I think this is about three girls, or maybe three girls, and it's about the kind of dynamics of their friendship, and that's something that I'm very interested in. I love kind of seeing friendship in YA and all the different kind of aspects of friendship. I mean, I like romance, but I find friendships a lot more interesting, because if you think about it, like loves like come and go in books, whereas friendships, they stay, you know, and that's what I'm really interested in. And lastly, I want to read some books on film theory, because obviously I'm doing a film course and I've just done my year 0, which is like a foundation year, so year 1 like in September is where it gets like serious, so I want to try and prep a little bit for that. So I want to read Political Animals by Sophie Meyer, and it's about new feminist cinema. I've already read bits and pieces of this for an essay that I wrote earlier in the year for my course, but I really enjoyed it and it's really interesting and I want to read the rest of it, so hopefully I can do that this summer. I want to read Burton on Burton because Tim Burton's one of my favourite directors, and I just think this would be quite a nice insight into like the world of filmmaking, and especially his filmmaking, which I'm very interested in, so I really want to read this. Next I want to read Hatchet Job by Mark Kermode, and if you don't know, Mark Kermode is a very famous film critic in the UK and he's one of my favourites as well. You can find all his reviews on YouTube and stuff, and a lot of them are very funny and very eloquent and all of that stuff. And basically this book is about kind of the whole history, I guess, of being a film critic and how social media and the digital age has influenced that, and is it kind of obsolete now because anyone can post anything that they want and say anything that they want regarding art online and people will see it and believe it, so why should we listen to critics who, you know, are just basically like any other people that have opinions? So I'm really interested to see what this says about that. And lastly, I want to read On Filmmaking, The Introduction to the Craft of the Director by Alexander McKendrick, and because directing is something that I would like to do and I've had like a smidgen of experience in this year, I want to find out more about it and just, you know, be more well read in the world of film, I guess. So that's what I'm going to try and do this summer, and I am excited. So those are the books that I'm planning to read over the summer. I'm very, very excited, if you couldn't already tell. Please let me know what books you're planning to read, or if you've read any of the ones that I've mentioned, and you can tell me how great it is, hopefully. And yeah, I will see you soon with another video. Bye.